Welcome back, my friends, to another unsolicited and uneducated football analysis by your friend David Valentin. This time, I'm going to be basically catching on a few of the developments that have been happening for Orlando City, OCB, and Orlando Pride in this off season. Basically, a lot of stuff happening. On my last video, we spoke about all the developments that have been happening in Orlando City as an organization in respects to new executives and some player movements that had happened with Orlando City. But let's start with the first. OCB returns, and hopefully this time for good. Orlando City B is going to be part of a new league, and that is MLS Next Pro, which is going to be serving as a another step in between academy and the first team. Originally, Orlando City B played in what is now the USL Championship for 2 years, 2016 and 17. Took a year hiatus and played 2 years in USL League One, which is the third division of the American Football Championship, being the second. And the vision of what we wanted to do with Orlando City B sort of changed according to who was the first team's manager, and also change according to who the players were, or the idea, the focus that we had. We missed the boat every single time. I think we underutilized Orlando City B, and I hope that in this upcoming season we see quality, we see development. There's a lot of players in the academy and a lot of players in our current squad that I believe are going to be massive signings into the future. Also, I hear that the U23s that right now has been playing in the MPSL will be kept as another venue for Orlando City prospects to get some game time, some rehab, and honestly, I don't see why not. Keeping a team in that league is only $500 a season, so talking about very low overhead. So that's great news, and I wish all the future players are gonna be in OCB. All the best. I'm really excited about that. Most likely, OCB is going to be playing their home games at the facility, the training facility at 1000 Bill Beck Boulevard in Kissimmee. So hopefully the games are going to be available for the public, and we're going to get to watch the future. The other thing I wanted to address is Orlando City has been linked to Facundo Torres, who right now wears the number 10 for Peñarol, one of the giants of Uruguayan football, who tonight has crowned itself champion via penalty kicks. And Facundo was the author of the equalizer that set Peñarol on a collision course to the penalties. And I do not know if he took part of the round of penalty kicks, but I liked what I saw. The fans of that club really like him, rate him, are super upset that he's not going straight to Europe, as it was their wish. It's rumored that Orlando City paid $11 million for this guy. So I'm very excited about that, because finally we are going after talent, and we're paying top dollar for that talent. So we don't know, it hasn't been official, but Luis Musi, Ricardo Moreira follow him on Twitter. So I mean, what's not to read in between the lines? The last thing is Orlando City. Orlando City now. Orlando Pride has announced their new manager, and this is Amanda Cromwell. Amanda is a former University of Central Florida player, was also a coach here. She played for the Orlando Lions, which was a team in the 90s that which is what gave Orlando City originally its name. Orlando City, for those that don't know, was supposed to be called the Orlando Lions, then Orlando City Lions, and then finally officially is Orlando City Soccer Club, and the Lions is just a nickname. And for those that are not familiar with Florida history, the lion is very emblematic because the first European to land in what is now the state of Florida was Juan Ponce de Leon. Obviously, Leon means lion in Spanish. He was the governor of Puerto Rico, and it was the first conquistador to arrive to the coast of what is today Florida. So the lion tends to be heavily associated with the state of Florida in symbolism, and also Tallahassee, our state capital. It's in Leon County. So that tells you all you need to know about that. But she left Central Florida to go to coach the University of California, Los Angeles, and has been very successful at that. Has propelled a lot of talented players into the NWSL and other leagues. So I think that it's going to be fantastic. Now, Pride has been going through some changes that are important to mention. When Pride came into existence in 2016, it was built around stars and names. And I addressed a little bit of this in the last episode where I said, of the vlog, where I said that, the problem with having all the star power was there were basically national team players. Every time there was an event at national team level, the team was depleted of its resources. And I have noticed that the fan base that follows Pride, some of them are crazy. And they are fans of, they're cleat chasers. That's what they are, cleat chasers. I actually read some other reviews where some people were saying that the Wolves just wanted the team to tank so they could move it to Minnesota, which makes absolutely no sense. Others that they just wanted to make it tank so they could sell the team off to another owner, which, again, why would you pay all that money just to give it away at spoiled fish prices? I have no idea. Also, a lot of people are like, well, since the last episode, we know now that Ali Krieger, her wife, Ashley Harris, also Alex Morgan, and quite possibly Marta are going to be out of the team. And people are basically losing their crap over it. Saying I'm no longer a fan. How can I cancel my season tickets? Which is the stupidest thing, because when you sign for season tickets, they make it very clear that you're signing a contract that you can really get out of. You have to pay in full, and it upsets me because you are a fan of the club, and that's what you are. Players come and go, their supporter remains, and I really tried to, at a point where I was actually getting excited about Pride. I really did not got into Pride because of these people sort of kept me at bay. And I was trying to get a little bit excited. I wanted to get into it, but I just lost my cool. I listened to these people create fantasies in their head. They sort of think that these players, because they run really fast and because they follow them on social media, that some of these players that are almost 40 somehow are going to act any different than the last 6 years where they have failed to do anything. That now the club somehow is going to be a losing proposition, which it has been a losing proposition for years. I commend the club for not listening to these nut jobs and making the decision of bringing an individual that is going to have a clean slate, an individual that, meaning the new coach, and a staff that is going to have a fresh view of what Orlando Pride needs to be. I would like to see an Orlando Pride that is young and talented and hungry and coachable. And I believe that once they start winning, people will come for the quality of the football. I have to be honest with you. I have been very critical of Pride in the past, especially their fan base, because they don't set realistic expectations. They already had a supporter group disenfranchised from the club because the president of that the supporter group took it upon herself to harass the coach at the time and staffs and players, emailing them about things that she felt needed to happen in order to win. And at some point, these people need to realize that they don't know anything about football, and they just need to shut the hell up and allow things to organically happen by the professionals that get paid to do that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, if MLS fans behave the way these people that follow NWSL behaved, I probably would have been turned off by the sport from the sport altogether. Um, I have nothing but negative things to say, and I know some people will be like, "Well, you're generalizing," but I'm sorry, it's a big majority of the people that don't live in Orlando, people that don't live in Florida, that basically follow Orlando Pride because two or three of their favorite players are here, saying that now they are going to go cheer some other team. Really does not hurt my feelings, and I don't lose any sleep over it because I'm proud to be from Orlando. I'm proud to live in this beautiful state, and I want my city, my club to be represented by women who have a winning mentality and that are gonna play to win. And lastly, while Ali Krieger and Ashley Harris are very attractive women, very smart, and they represent a community and an ideal in that community, and some people the perfection of what that community should be. The reality is that on the pitch they are contributing, their contributions in the pitch, excuse me, have not been very good because since they've been here, we have lifted 0 trophies. Martha, a super talented individual, but perhaps her attitude or her gameplay or the fact that these players are reaching the end of their careers is time to acknowledge that, you know what, maybe we need to go into another direction. Lastly, Alex Morgan, did she really wanted to be here? Let's be honest. Her gameplay at the beginning of her tenure in Orlando was not the best, but once her husband was traded away, this woman completely checked out. So her being gone to San Diego, quite honestly, doesn't bother me any. She every time she came back from national team duty, she was either exhausted or injured or disinterested or completely just absent-minded, and her time here was not 100%, and that's what we need. We need players that want to be here 100%. So hopefully that will clarify some things. And as a club, I think the Wilf family, especially specifically Mark Wilf, already have an idea of how they want to run the club. They want to throw away the engineers of our troubles because we see a lot of incompetence, a lot of money wasted, a lot of resources wasted, and quite honestly, one of the main issues that the former ownership of this club had is they put a lot of weight on what fans say. Fans are gonna complain no matter what you do, and it reminds me of that meme that you guys probably seen online where the wife and the wife and the husband have a donkey, and the wife they're walking right next to the donkey, and people are like, "Oh, you're so stupid! You don't even know how to ride a donkey." So he puts the wife on the donkey. They're like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid! You're walking while your wife is on the donkey." Then he takes the wife off, and he gets on the donkey. He's like, "Oh my goodness, we're riding the donkey," and the woman is walking. And then they both get on the donkey, and people are like, "Oh my goodness, that is so stupid! Look, they are abusing that animal." So finally, they carry the donkey, and people are like, "Look, it's so stupid! They're carrying a donkey instead of riding the donkey." People are gonna complain about anything, no matter what. So I admire the Wolves by having the smarts of saying, this is how we pay for this club. Our money is tied to this club, and this is the product that we're gonna put. It's a winning product. If you don't wanna consume it, that's on you. But we are gonna put a winning product. And you know what? People complain about everything, but the one thing that I have never seen people complain is winning. And when clubs win, people shut the hell up and they come and they watch and they spend their money. So hopefully that's gonna be the case. I have to be honest with you. This coming up 3 weeks of December, what's left of December, are going to be lightning fast as far as what the club is planning, as far as obviously the recruiting, because come January 2nd we are officially in the preseason. Because I would like to remind everybody that Orlando City, well, MLS starts February 26th. Orlando City, or February 27th, starts the season receiving Montreal at home. So, my friends, we are very close at that date. With that said, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share the video. And until next video, vamos Orlando!